Alright, guys, if I'm audible to everyone, just let me know in the chat. And someone kindly send the link on the server as well, so that other people can join in. If I'm audible and my screen is visible properly, just confirm in the chat. I was just switching up the uh, internet connection. Alright, so we will wait for some people to join in, and then we will start with the discussion. All right, 13 people here. If you have any doubts, you can send in the chat. I'll check them out. 50 EMA wala फिर से 50 EMA. What do you want? I've posted a lot of stuff about 50 EMA. Um, which one? What are you talking about? I really need to know for that. So posted a lot of stuff about 50 EMA. If you can tell me which one is unclear, then I'll explain it to you. So yesterday we discussed about this one, Web of Global, right? So entries are only above this base right here. So until and unless it trades above this base, there is no entry. So let it do this. It will probably do it because this fall was when the small cap index was falling, and it did not fall below this base. So there is a very strong demand around these lows. So there will be some kind of reaction from here. So wait for it. You will definitely get a nice one here. Another one which looks all right, not all right anymore because of today's candle from the previous supply, but I'll be watching this one closely because there is a strong cluster of demand around this area right here. Basically, 890 to 885 something. So keep a watch on this as well. If it happens to come down and sets up again, then it will go up. And this will usually happen when the market is correcting. So it will come down to some kind of demand zone. Then it will stop falling even when the market continues to drop. And when the market starts going up again, then this thing will try to go up. All right. So that is the kind of scenario which is the best one to take swing trades. All right. Don't take them randomly just because they're looking good. Just see what they're doing with respect to the market. If the market is going up and they're not going up, so tomorrow if Nifty starts to correct something like this, if Nifty starts to correct, then your stock might fall. All right, most stocks will fall. So you wait for some kind of pullback to the mean. So Nifty is very far from even from the hourly 50 EMA. All right, which means it's extended. So any kind of daily supply. Now, two things can happen. Just a second. Two things can happen from a daily supply zone. All right. What can happen from a daily supply zone is either Nifty just goes sideways there. So if you have some supply zone, yeah, this one. So what might happen is Nifty might go up a little pullback and then it might just go sideways. All right. And when it goes sideways, then the 1 hour 50 EMA will catch up. Right. So it's somewhere here right now. It will catch up, and then it might break through the supply. Or the other thing which can happen is it will go to the supply, it will pull back sharply, all right, and then it will build up here. So wait for one of these scenarios for your for taking trades. Don't chase the momentum when the market is already pushing higher with strength. All right. Hopefully, this is clear with everyone. So the point is to wait for some kind of development like this, because if you wait for it, you will not be caught in stuff like this. All right. So what's my point here? So in this swing right here, right, in this swing, I was taking entries. There is a demand zone here, right? I was taking entries when this supply, thus the index was not falling from this supply. So I was taking entries in stronger stocks. All right, and the index then uh, happened to break out. When the index happened to break out, it was going up nicely, but there was a supply here, so I cannot really expect um, it to continue to move higher. I mean, always. All right. So what? So how do I manage my trade here? So again, the two scenarios were there here. Were here as well, that it can just absorb the supply or go up, and it can or it can come down as well, right? So you just use the 50 EMA as your proxy tool, and you will be saved from all these. So my exit was right here when this hourly demand was getting violated. This is where all my exit was, and I posted this on my Instagram as well. I mean, after exiting, of course. So you will be saved from all this. You won't have to think about what to do with your stocks. All right. Now the only dilemma is that you might have to let go of some of your stronger stocks to be safe from the from this kind of stuff. So because everything doesn't fall like this, but most will. So it's overall it's a proper decision to let go of these. All right, because most will fall. Some might not fall, but you can always enter them again at a higher price. Maybe you might have to enter them at a bit of a higher price, but you will be safe from the other damage. So overall, your portfolio will be all right. So that is the entire point, because if you don't exit, then one stock might not fall, but others will. So you never know which one won't fall. All right. Because if some stock is showing strength, suppose the index is doing something like this. So if some stock is not making a new low here, some stock is doing this. On the next fall, it might just drop, like we discussed yesterday in what in India Bulls real estate. All right, it was not dropping at all. It was at the supply, and then suddenly started to drop. So that kind of stuff also happens a lot. So you will be safe from all that as well, especially when the index is downtrending. All right, so and Nifty, actually one supply has already been taken out in Nifty. So this was the supply of the last down move right here, and I'll just draw the zones roughly. All right, you can. It doesn't really matter. So this was the absorption, and on the hourly, if you see, did not come near to it, but actually on the India 50, it did right here. All right, this was the absorption cycle, and then this is the next up move, which is still continuing, which is it should do something like this here again. Maybe turn around, maybe go back up. We'll see about it. All right. So always keep a always keep a note of where the daily zones in Nifty are, and through that see other stocks as well. So now if you see something like AU Bank and Finance, all right. So if I just zoom out, it's pulling back to some kind of previous zone here. All right. So suppose you want to take a long in this stock, right? So the momentum will come in when it starts to trade above the 50 EMA, right? So when this is trading above the 50 EMA and Nifty is breaking through the supply, then you know that Nifty will try to or Nifty is trying to break through some supply. Then you know this will also try to participate in the move, because it's not recovering from lows. It's not already moved up. It's this is also trying to break out. So this is matching with what the market is trying to do, and then you will get moves like this. Another one was Bajaj Finance as well. If you see, Bajaj Finance actually hasn't even pulled back to some kind of weekly base. So it's really strong, even though this correction looks bad, but it's not. There have been worse corrections, of course. So it's not weak. Bajaj Finance is not weak. And your entry, this is actually the impulse. This is the first pullback, which we discussed yesterday again. All right. So here, when you're taking entries, again, look at what the index is trying to do. Index was trying to break out through the supply here, and the next rally was led up by this. It's being led by banks and finance, right? So what happens is when the index recovers from the lows, the strongest sector will try to lead first. So IT led first, right? Now when the index is at some supply, the weak sectors, the structures have improved. So if the index has to go up again, then these weaker sectors will try to take it up. All right, and that is where you might have to take trades in the weaker sector as well, because IT won't lead after it has already moved. All right. You see something like metals, they haven't moved; they're just rotating around at this supply. So anytime a breakout can come about, and again, for your reference, you just use this line and basically this demand zone. So this is the base in metals. All right. So this is the base in the metal index, and this is your zone. Which so if anytime it comes down and goes sideways, there is a long opportunity, or and your stops are very small. All right, for the potential reward that you're getting. All right, so we have a few. Syngene is a nice one. Let's talk about Syngene. Yeah, so what is actually going on in Syngene? So Syngene, if you see, it had stopped participating in the market moves. I'll just put up the market index just a second here. So this is the Nifty small cap index, right? And this is Syngene. So if you see, Syngene had already started diverging from the market after the first fall. So this was the first fall right here, and then in every subsequent falls, it started to whenever there's a recovery, it breaks out again, pulls back to demand, and then goes back up again, pulls back to demand, and now it's breaking out again. So Syngene is definitely forming some kind of accumulation base here. Any dips in this counter is buyable, and where do you actually defend your trade is at this demand zone right here. So currently I wouldn't buy. I would probably wait for something like this, and then I'll get in Syngene. All right. So just a second. So yeah, Syngene is a good one. You should definitely keep on watch. Let's see what this is. All right, nothing in this yet. Yeah. All right. RCF. RCF again. See, this thing can just keep drifting down. So this thing I discussed structures like this. Just a second. This is lagging for some reason. Yeah. All right. So RCF. Yeah. So I discussed these kinds of structures yesterday. All right. It can keep drifting. See, every time it breaks out, it drifts down. Again, breaks out. Again, does this? It drifts down. So it can keep drifting. So what you want to wait for in this stock is you want to wait for it to take this out, and then you want to take a long trade, because that is when the structure actually shifts from that downward drifting motion to an upward um, spike kind of stuff. So I mean upward flow. All right. So see here again, right? So now when again rejection here contracts, and then starts to go up. All right. So the major move will come above all these supplies above all this will only when the stock crosses all this, the major move will come about. All right. So if you're entering here, then again, um, I mean, you might have to sit for some time in this counter. All right, so it's better to wait for it to resolve all these immediate supplies, and then you can take it. All right, see, this is a better example of a similar chart structure like the one which we saw, just the RCF one, right? So the supplies are taken out, and then the entry point was actually here itself. Now it's going up. So here I wouldn't suggest to enter because it is going up. But you see the proper entry point. This is a demand zone, all right. When the structure is shifted from inside the base, I'm not talking about a downtrend. Inside the base, when the structure shifts from a downward kind of trend to an upward kind of trend, that is when you want to enter in stocks. All right, so this is a good one. Another one which I am personally in is Bajaj Hindustan. All right, so Bajaj Hindustan Sugar, yeah. So this is the supply who did not retrace down. All right, now it started contracting here itself. All right, so now this shows that from this downward motion, this is now starting to shift towards the upside. So the immediate move till this supply can be expected, and maybe even bigger if the market continues to trend up. All right. All right. Fine organics. Fine organics is good, but see, it's extended now. Anytime this kind of stuff can happen. All right. Anytime this kind of stuff can happen. The base breakout was somewhere here. Now all this is extended price action. This base is not that strong. It doesn't mean that it won't go up, but you see, why is it not participating with the market move up? All right, so that should be a hint. It can. There is a risk of this happening. Of course, if the market stays, if the market keeps going up for extended periods of time, this will break out probably. But I would suggest you to not take it right now. All right, Reliance and Tata Steel. Let's take Tata Steel is a weak counter. Tata Steel is probably the weakest metal stock after NMDC. Nothing to do in Tata Steel. In intraday as well, there is nothing. No trade in Tata Steel. Reliance, on the other hand, is setting up. All right. So Reliance, you see, this is the base breakout zone actually. So there was an entry in Reliance here itself. Now it's setting up. Any dips on Reliance is now buyable. All right. So and see what I discussed for one stock is not just limited to that stock. You can apply it. Of course, you can apply it everywhere. All right. So all the concepts you can just note them down for your reference. Axis Bank again weaker. Yesterday only I explained why this is a weaker one. Um, ICICI Bank will always lead Axis Bank until the structure changes. It will continue to lead. Um, just a second. Where is ICICI? Yeah. So this will continue to lead. You see, this is breaking out of the bases. Axis Bank, there is nothing. All right. Do you have a weekend or only weekdays? Only weekdays. But it's at 9 p.m. So if you even if you have you can attend the sessions without any problems, in my opinion. All right, NFL. Yeah, NFL is good. So now see, now in the short term it's extended right here. So this move it is extended, right? 25% move. So now you want to wait for something like this. Maybe it should drift slowly down, and then when it starts to break out again, that is when you buy it. APL Limited, yeah, APL Limited. See now, Syngene and APL Limited, compare both of them. All right, Syngene is making the base somewhere here. APL Limited is below this big distribution base. So you already know which one is better. Syngene is much better. Andrew Yule, all right. Accumulation is done. Yeah, it looks like the accumulation is done here. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the accumulation is done here. It's trying to break out, but in the short term, again, it's extended. So see, reacting nicely from the early EMA. It is extended right now. Don't buy it today, but you can keep it on watch. If it just pulls back slightly and goes sideways, you can buy it. But yeah, the accumulation has been done. You can buy it in parts as well. So what you can do here is if you fear that it will just move up, which will most probably not happen, you can buy something here and then you can keep buying until it takes out this demand zone. All right, so you can keep buying if you want a longer term kind of a trade. All right. So Donier Industries, yeah, this is good here. This looks good, um, but I cannot really recommend anything. This is a very thin stock. So, but this looks good. You have it in your portfolio. That's good. That's good. Uh, all right. So let's talk about the indices. So Bank Nifty yesterday we discussed that it might pull back, and that will be a good time to take a long trade, and that is exactly what is happening, right? So this did not happen here. So all breakouts were working, all right. So but after that, all these breakouts were starting to fail, which was yesterday, right? So don't focus on these little breakouts. Just zoom out and see the broader picture. Where is actually your zone of importance? This is some base from which it went up. This was some base from which it went up. All right. So these are good areas to take long trades. All right. This is a base. This base was tested multiple times. So come down to the last base. From here, it also start to go up. That is how a trend is done. You make a base, you go up, you do something here, then you come back, make a base again, and you take an entry here, and that is how the trend goes. And this is how you get your higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. All right. So all these are functions of bases, not just singular points. So every high or a low is a base. All right. So don't do if you're caught up in catching these swing points, then you will be disappointed. And Nifty IT on the other hand, so see what is going on in Nifty IT right now. So this is the last base of the up move, right? And this base is actually inside this base as well. So collectively, this entire structure will serve because the last impulse is somewhere here. All right, this impulse got reversed, and now it's inside the previous range. All right, so the area of value in this entire structure is actually around this range low. So if IT index drifts down to this range low, that is when you can see some bounce back. I'm not saying that the bounce back will lead to new highs or stuff like that. I'm just saying you will see some bounce back. And the best area to trade the bounce back is this zone. All right. This demand has been absorbed, I think. Yeah, I think it will drop down. So yeah. So again, if you see now, when do you actually take longs in Nifty? Is Now suppose see Bank Nifty is way up. All right, Bank Nifty is way up, and Nifty IT is not showing any strength. So this is a proper time to probably short Nifty. All right, this is not a recommendation. I'm just um, discussing it from an educational perspective. All right. So if Bank Nifty starts to turn around, Nifty IT is already showing weakness. Bank Nifty is not able to take out this little base right here. All right. So this can result in a quick drop. And instead of shorting Bank Nifty, you should prefer and short Nifty because Nifty IT is not showing any demand around the demand zone. All right. So in this kind of scenario, you can see a big kind of a red candle in Nifty very quickly to these value areas. Somewhere here, maybe this low might be protected, but that is still a good 20-30 points from this level. Um, and if it happens to continue, then you might get something here or maybe here. All right. So it's already actually dropped 10-15 points since we discussed it, but this is how you I mean structure your trade. Now let you see what the major indices are doing because Nifty, if you just see the chart, you might get lost in following technicals. But overall, you want to see which indices Nifty is made of. All right, and that is how you will get an idea. So if Bank Nifty is extended and Nifty has not moved up above the previous day zone properly, so previous day high is here. Now there is some difficulty in continuing on the upside. All right. So when Bank Nifty has gone up so much, it's already up 500 points. And it's already forming a top like structure. So the chances of this doing something like this after a big run up is relatively very less. All right. And Nifty IT is already showing a lot of weakness. See, it's dropping again, and this is a perfect time for Nifty to come back sharply because it has broken out above this high as well. People are buying it. It's not working out. Everyone will exit. So everything will automatically come together towards the short side. All right. So these are the points which you want to look for in the market. And of course, these can fail as well. All right, and your stop should be, initial stop should be above this supply, but once you get a move down, you can just trail it to your cost or above this rejection. But actually, the proper stop is above this supply. Now, when Nifty IT is breaking through that low, you want to keep in mind that it's at some demand, all right? So it's not like it will fall very fast, but Bank Nifty might, because it is extended from the 50 EMA. It has moved up a lot, so there are definitely no longs here. That's the entire point. No kind of break of structure longs. All that stuff is will not work. All right. So if this is a break of structure, this long won't work. Not a good long. All right. KSCL. KSCL. Nah, nah. Don't. Tanks. Not really sure what this is. I think you said thanks. I'm not really sure. Yeah. So Global Spirits, yeah, actually, I have a little bit of position in Global Spirits. So I bought it here 2 days ago. So this is good, yeah. You can take it. Disclaimer. All right, Somani as well. Yeah, it was good, but now see what it's doing. It's not working as expected. So you should be exiting here itself, because this is the proper demand area, right? You see, the proper demand area is this entire area, all right, and not. So you're expecting a breakout, did not turn out. Take a very small loss and exit. If it comes back, turns around again, then you can enter again. So if you've entered here, don't expect this to just go up like that. All right. If it comes down, wait for it to set up, and then it will go up. So you book your loss here, whatever loss you have. It will be a small loss. It has not fallen a lot. GHCL. Yeah. Let's see the weekly chart. The weekly is good, but I will want some action above the EMA, something like this. All right. Then we will see. When will the January? It will start on Friday, which is day after tomorrow. I'll reply to all the DMs. I'll reply to all the DMs by today. Don't worry about it. So Nifty, as we had discussed, it is starting to drop. All right. This will go down. Nifty IT is weak. And Bank Nifty is actually falling down. So when both Bank Nifty and IT are weak together, then the move on Nifty will be bigger, of course. All right. Probably some other indices are weak as well. Metal is strong, um, but yeah, metal, it doesn't have a lot of part in Nifty. So I mean, if the entire metal sector is up like 6%, then of course it will move Nifty, but that won't really happen every day. So IT and banks is what you need to focus on if you want to trade Nifty. Earlier it was just Bank Nifty, but now it's IT as well. Bank Nifty and Reliance, but now it's Nifty IT as well. Right, give me 1 minute. Yeah, we are at some demand zone in Nifty, so let's see how it reacts. Tata Power, all right. Tata Power, let's see. This is actually good, but if you if you want to zoom out, see, whenever you want to see where the actual, when you must have heard me speaking about actual area of demand. This is where the demand is coming from, all that stuff. So if you want to find that area, just zoom out and see where the flattish structure is, all right, and then at the lows of the flattish structure, you will see this kind of rounding bottoms. These are actually the areas where the demand has come in, all right. Anything above it is just a trend continuation tool. Trend continuation demand. So Tata Power somewhere something like this, and then you can get an up move. This area right here around 215, that is a stronger demand, and you see it will hold even if the thing has to fall. You see, this is the flattish area. This is the some rounding bottoms here, so this will tend to hold even if it has to drop down later. It will not drop down instantly. All right. Yeah, this is weak. So one problem with there's only one problem with shorting here. If Nifty IT gives a sudden recovery, then you will be caught off guard. All right, but since it's already tested the demand and it's coming back down, so that makes it a proper short. All right, because see the demand is already tested once. There is no up move here, so this is weak. So Nifty IT can continue, but the reason why we're not shorting Nifty IT and we're shorting Nifty is because Nifty IT is already fallen. So the chance of reversal in Nifty IT is high, right? But at the same time, Bank Nifty is extended and it's forming a top. So if Nifty IT goes up, Bank Nifty might fall, and your trade might still be safe. If you short Nifty IT straight away, thinking that it's weak, you are forgetting that it's extended on the downside. So anytime a recovery can come about. All right. So you see Nifty is trying to go down. So just by looking at these little information bits of information around in different indices, you can actually correctly predict the next move. Now, suppose you entered somewhere anywhere here, all right. So you can trail your stop above this high, even if it doesn't work out, even if it doesn't fall big enough. All right, it will tend to rotate around this area because Bank Nifty won't just shoot up like this. I mean, it can, but I mean, look at this. So cannot move up in an unlimited manner. All right, it has to, and Nifty IT is again showing no signs at all. So keep observing these two indices to get hints about where things are headed um, from here on. All right, RIL Infra. Let's check out RIL Infra. Reliance Infra. Reliance Infra. Reliance Infra again. If you see this area, so this is now extended into the supply. So now again, you want to wait for this, right? So now see when the market is extended, you will automatically see that your structures are extended as well, all right. And it might not look extended if you just zoom out, but if you just zoom in a bit, you will see that from the demand it's far. So this is possible, all right. So you want to wait for this and then for demand to come in again to take your trade. You don't want to buy here and then wait for this to happen. You want to wait for this to happen and then buy. So that is the entire difference between, which will make a very big difference, and will help you time your trade very, very precisely. All right, Savita oil, nothing. Savita, what is that, bro? Savita oil, nothing is there. It is just falling. You want to wait for some base here. There is nothing right now. Bank Nifty resistance. See, again, you don't want to be calling the tops on Bank Nifty. All right, 36,700. I 37,600 maybe. I'm not really sure what level you just mentioned. So Bank Nifty, I'm not sure, bro. I think you meant 37,600 maybe. All right, so we are going down. Nazara Technologies. All right. Yeah, I'm watching this one actually. See, it's already there. So I'm just waiting for my um, dip. I should have bought this actually. But I bought something else. Um, so that was a mistake. But yeah, I'm watching this again. This looks good. Adani Power looks good. Yeah, Adani Power is on my watch as well. Is it up or yeah? So let's see. So Adani Power, I'm waiting for this area to be tested and then some build up, and that is when I'll buy Adani Power. Suzlon Prince Pipe HFCL. All right, Suzlon, bro. Suzlon, yeah, HFCL. Let's see, HFCL nothing right now. Um, Wait for this area to come and then you want to see something. So Prince Pipe, we'll see. Let's discuss Suzlon. So first of all, why are you waiting for my call to exit the trade? All right. If you just zoom out, there is a big weekly base right here. All right. Weekly base. The low of the base is this. The high of the base is here, and this is the supply right here. So my exit was exactly there, 10.7. All right, around this high. So yeah, this is why I told that don't just wait for what I talk about your stock. All right. Um, Wait for I mean focus on what I discuss in other stocks as well, so that it will help you to manage your trade in your stock. That is the entire point of discussing so many stocks. First of all, Prince Pipes, nothing now. Yeah, delivery is increasing because it's not moving. So if trading was going on, then delivery will be low automatically. All right, so delivery is increasing because this is not moving. So avoid this. Nothing yet. It's still in some kind of a downtrend. You wait for a breakout and then a base. So there's a long time to this. All right. So let's see. Yeah. So Bank Nifty resistance. We're talking about Bank Nifty. Why do you want to call the tops on Bank Nifty? That I mean, has it shown any signs of going down right now? It's not even pulling back to the 50 EMA on the 5 minute. So so today's resistance, this area, it doesn't make sense. All right. But Nifty, yeah. So see Nifty now, if you see, Nifty has broken all these little bases on the downside. All right. So Nifty definitely this is a top. Something like this will pose some hindrance. CSL Finance we discussed yesterday, bro. CSL Finance we discussed yesterday. All right, it's breaking out. All right, nice. So good one. But I think I told you that I wouldn't recommend because because the volumes are low. So might get me in some trouble. But yeah, the good one. Inox Wind, see nothing yet in this one. It's only continuing on the downside. So this is actually trying to break down. So avoid this one. All right, it's trying to break down. Kitex, I'm actually in Kitex somewhere here. I know it's a bit extended, but there was heavy promoter buying. So this is where I entered. You see the demand area, rounding bottom. So my entry is around 191 something. Don't really remember. So yeah, I am in Kitex, so this is good. But now you can, as you can see, it's already extended. So nothing there. Reliance Infra, we have discussed IEX. Yeah, IEX. It's actually good, but you want to wait for a pullback to somewhere here. So everything will be extended like this, and the weaker stocks which have not moved a lot, they will tend to fall sharply because sometime or the other Nifty has to fall down. All right, sometime or the other Nifty will come down to maybe these levels again. So in at that time, a lot of these stocks will start falling. If we short, sorry, if we short Nifty today, first of all, this is not the ideal place to short. The ideal place to short was near this base, somewhere at this pin bar, maybe this rejection. This is not the ideal place to short, but for a target, it can easily come down to this level. Um, I mean, the first target is this level. Then you can see some bounce back action or range bound, and then we'll have to see what happens. So, but it can actually come down because now, if you see, it is not showing any strength at this demand zone. All right, which it should have if it had to hold. So, um, it can come down, and you also want to watch the other major indices with it. Bank Nifty is not showing any particular signs of weakness, which we expected from here. So it's still strong. Um, Nifty IT is probably Nifty IT is falling. So you want to keep an eye on Bank Nifty because Bank Nifty is the sector which can make or break your trade now. All right. So if Bank Nifty starts to drop, then you will easily see targets of this level, whatever it was, 17,780. So a good 30-40 point move still there from this level. But from these levels, that was a good 50-60 point, I guess. All right. Podar pigment. Yeah, a lot of people are asking about Podar pigment. What is going on in Podar pigment? Yeah, it's actually forming a base here. You can actually buy it here, but if you bought it here, then in the comments itself, I discussed about exiting if this starts to break. So this was the exit. My entry was somewhere here, or maybe here. I don't really remember, and my exit was somewhere here. Now it's forming a base again. It's trying to go up, which is a good sign. This will definitely go up. It's actually at the weekly demand as well. So the demand which led to the breakout. So yeah, this is good. Yeah, Krebs Bio. What is Krebs Bio doing? Yeah, Krebs Bio. We've seen it's spiking up. So there is no point seeing it again and again. I am not even watching it anymore. I've just hold it. Um, DCM Shriram IDFC. All right. Yeah. DCM Shriram, we got a breakout yesterday, but the structure is still not good for a long trade. I mean, the structure is good, but the entry here is not there. So, see, you want to see swings is not that easy as it looks like. All right. So, what do you want to do with swings? Is you see something like Philatex, right? So, all right, let's take a better example. Here, let's see. This is a really good structure. So, in swings, what you want to see is whenever you're trying to take a trade, all right, whenever you are trying to take a trade, and it's near to some high, all right, it's near to some high, it's trying to break out or whatever it's trying to do. You want to see where is the immediate demand zone, the immediate demand zone, how far is it, all right? Even if you're somewhere here, um, and there are some big candles before you, then the stock is extended. So that means the market might have been going up in that time. So this move might be a result of the market move. All right. So what you want here is you want this kind of an action and then a sideways move at the demand. And on the hourly chart, when the sideways move happens, it will change some structure like this. And this is where you want to enter. All right. Not here. So and that is how you will get moves like let's see all these structures are everything is poor in the current market mostly. Yeah, some so this is how you will, just a second. Yeah, so look at this. So suppose you're watching this area of demand, right? This is a very strong area of demand right here, and you're watching this area of demand. So I'll just mark it like this. All right. So the entry should be not here, because you want to sit through this, because of course if you're taking swings. So when the demand, suppose the demand is here, all right, and it goes up, then you want to see here which what is the fresh area of demand which it is forming, so that you never buy here or maybe here, because it can easily come down. All right. So this is the first reaction from the demand zone. All right, it goes up, tests out the supply, then when it comes back down, tests out the demand, and then does this is your entry spot right here. All right. Anything here extended, anything here extended, this might work because it's testing out this demand. But anything after, when testing the demand and it goes up and it forms some kind of an imbalance, that means it's extended. All right. So this is how you can time it very very closely. So even if it turns around, you know that this is the do or die area. If it turns around from here, it's done. All right. So Web Global, yeah, Web, I discussed it. There is no entry yet. We are waiting for this kind of structure. It might react from the demand, and then we will see what happens. There is no entry yet. Adani Enterprises, all right. Adani Enterprises, see, Adani Enterprises again extended. Look at this. So the actual demand is around this low. See where it is. So all of this is this breakout expectation, nothing else. You don't want to do that. Morpin Lab is good, yeah. I'm also watching Morpin Lab. That is a good one. So I'm also watching Morpin Lab. So some kind of demand is right here. The actual area of demand is are these areas. So I'm watching if it holds some kind of a level. But again, things are extended in the current market. I want to see some kind of pullback. So you won't really have to watch the index if you can automatically see which is extended and which is not. All right. So see, this is the perfect long right here, somewhere here or maybe here, and maybe here as well. Probably not, but you will always get a sense of if things are extended or not if you watch them closely, and then you can uh, correctly predict if the index is going to correct or not. So make your stocks as your indicator, like I've always suggested on my Instagram stories as well. Will Nifty end below 17,900? I mean, chances are there. Chances are there. I don't think we will see any up move today. But see, in case what happens is Nifty IT is very weak. There is no signs of recovery. But this is a strong zone right here. All right. So if it comes down till here, and Bank Nifty pulls back a bit till here, then we can see some bounce. So if both of them come down here, Nifty will easily come down to the range low. All right. So recovering straight from that might be difficult, but we are in an uptrend. So I am on the side um, of the shorts of the bears. So this for me is the day high. Um, I'm not expecting anything else, at least till 2 or 2:30. We will keep rotating in this area. So just watch Nifty IT and Bank Nifty together, and you'll be able to find out these um, tops and bottoms very very easily, or maybe even the next trending move in the index. All right. So from the point we discussed, it's already down like 25 points or something on the futures chart. All right. So Sutlej Textile. Yeah, this is good. Yes. So see this structure very compact. All right, very compact. These are the structures where you can even get away with chasing breakouts. Look at this. Never really went below this low at all, even in the market correction. All right. So um, this is a very compact structure. This will go up. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, all right. JBF Industries. All right. Yeah, this is good as well. Yeah, so I think you guys are getting the point now. So this supply is being tested multiple times. We might see some action till at least till here, which is 27, and maybe till here as well, if the market is good. All right. So let's see. So Nifty is dropping. Um, all right, New Reka. Let's see New Reka. Yeah, why New Reka spiked? Because this is a weekly demand zone. So this is a weekly demand zone. That is why it spiked. All right. So hopefully that answers your question. Whenever you see an up move and a down move, that is a weekly demand zone. If you see a big up move and a down move on the daily chart, that is a weekly demand zone. All right, Jay Shri T. Yeah, nothing here. See, nothing here at all. So I think we've been discussing this since here. So it's still not good enough, to be honest. So there is nothing in Jay Shri T. Bank Nifty is starting to go down again, and Nifty, of course, it's dropping in a straight line. So this is what we're expecting, and this is what is actually happening. So no surprises here. See, so you want to reach a point where nothing can surprise you in the market. All right, you don't want to view the market in terms of your strategy. So um, suppose if you're trading the a fake out of a previous day high or something, or a fake out of equal highs, um, or a fake out of a good support or resistance, whatever you're trading, you don't want that to dictate how you view the market. All right, you do not want that to dictate how you're viewing the market. So if this is going up, don't start expecting immediately that this will come around. All right, you want to see uh, what are the reasons for the market to come down. All right, and when you see that bank nifty is going up, topping out, nifty it is going up, and not really showing strength at the demand from here, and just turning around from the last supply, these are reasons enough for you to short. And look at the clean drop in nifty it and bank nifty as well, and both of these will combine to give you a bigger move in nifty. All right, so always keep watching these two um, indices. You will get a really nice idea about what's going to happen in the market next, instead of just viewing the technical chart of nifty. You have a strangle of 17300 PE and 17900 CE. All right, so 17300, let's see. 17900 CE is there, and 17300. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, so it depends on when you entered it. If you entered um, somewhere today or tomorrow, then that is good. But I'm sure you're entering somewhere here, because you won't create an imbalanced strangle, right? Because this makes no sense. So if you entered here um, in a strangle, that might have been a mistake. Uh, but now you can actually hold it, because I don't see this going very far from here on. So hopefully it's of this week, which is tomorrow, right? So you can hold it actually. If it starts going above today's high, that is when you exit it. All right. So don't just be complacent with your position. You start exiting if it starts going above today's high. But I expect today's high to be some sort of a short-term top. Maybe we can see a fake out here and a dump down again. But some kind of range has to be built. Maybe something like this, or a sharp pullback and something here. All right. This has the highest chance as of now. But just keep in mind that suppose you caught this little top right here. I'm just talking in a general sense. Um, Keep in mind that there is a 5 minute demand zone here, and Nifty is still in an uptrend. All right. So this is why we're not expecting big moves. The expectation was that it will come down till the 50 EMA, which is this demand, and you see it came down exactly there, and now it's spiking back up again. So for the next move, you want to see that these supplies are holding and Nifty is going sideways somewhere here and rolling over or something. That is when the next move will start, right? So when you're trading counter trend like this, you do not expect things to break out on the downside. All right, so you do not expect things to go down like this All right, you want to these demand zones will take time to be cleared out. All right, and yeah, so they'll take time to get cleared out, and you will have to wait for it in counter trend trade. So hopefully this is clear with everyone as well, and a nice proxy again. As usual, my favorite is your 50 EMA on the 1 minute if you're trading intraday. So I'll just darken this. Yeah. So it's a 50 EMA on the 1 minute if you're trading intraday. So anytime if you see these supplies are getting taken out here, that is when you know it's trying to go up. So this will help you follow the trend. But of course, when you get a good like a parabolic move like this, you exit. Especially if you're trading options, you exit on the way down or on the way up. All right, don't exit on the pullback. That is the worst mistake an option trader can do. You always exit on the way where the move is happening. All right, you see a big candle scale out. You see a big candle scale out. That is the only thing which will make you a profitable option buyer. All right, so again, strong supply. We'll see some range bound action here. I really do not expect it to take out any high anymore. Um, do I stream regularly? I did not used to, but from now on, I will stream regularly. JP Associates is good. We have already discussed Andhra Siemens. Yeah, so Siemens stocks is are something which you should be watching. Maybe not Andhra Siemens. You have better cement stocks actually, which is JK Cement and Orient Cement. So let me just pull those up. Let's see. Give me 1 second. So the JK Cement, the structure is really strong here, and Orient Cement is the same, but it's actually better. So Orient Cement is actually a better trade. You see, it's going up today as well. So I have taken a small entry in this, which is my disclaimer. Um, Somewhere around 160. I'll just show you. Yeah, so this area was my entry right here, um, and you can obviously do your own analysis, but this looks really good to me. Now it's testing out this supply, so it can come down again. So just be aware of that. Don't just enter it blindly. All right. All right, MMTC. All right, Eureka was forming a base over base structure and it broke down before that up move. Doesn't a base means it? Doesn't a base base? All right, so I get it out. Doesn't a base break means that it's turning bad? All right. First of all, you want to see where is the base being built. All right. So this base which is being built, it's built on the back of this weekly supply. A base doesn't get built in the middle of nowhere. All right. So this is uh, a concept which I haven't really discussed in the public. So what happens is when you see this up move, all right, you see a higher high, and suppose the stock has to base out here. So the base won't be built in the middle of nowhere. All right, it will probably pull back and then come down, and then this demand or some demand here will be used to build the base. All right, so until and unless this is taken out, it's actually not bearish. So until and unless this is taken out, this can happen anytime. So hopefully that is clear. MMTC, all right. It was MSTC. My bad. So MMTC, nothing is there, bro. In MMTC, you see all zones are far away. So nothing is there here. Amrutanjan, let's check it out. Yeah, Amrutanjan is good. This is the demand zone. You see, so base is built on a demand zone. All right. So that is the entire point. Yeah, this is good. A bit extended. So you want to. So I'll just give you a comparable structure to Amrutanjan. Right. Let's pull up. What was it? Anuras. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people are watching this talk from somewhere here. All right. So now when you're entering here, see, these are extended areas. The real demand is coming from these lows. So this is where you enter. I had taken a very small position because it's not really confident with the market. Um, in these areas, you see this has started to fall again, right? So taken a small position here, and I actually exited this one. So that was a um, uh, kind of a rookie mistake. I exited this one somewhere here. All right, but that aside, the point is you buy here. That is the point. That this will be saved. This is nothing. All right. So the point is you buy here and not here. And this makes a lot of difference. This makes a lot of difference. You buy here and you buy here. That is a 5% difference, and if your trade will end up from this to looking like this. So that's the risk to reward just goes to double or maybe more than that. Right. So these things make a lot of difference. Map My India. Is there enough data in Map My India? I'm not really sure if we have enough candles. Yeah. So yeah, again, if you see extended, actually, all right, I missed this one. This was a good buy. Yeah. So there is nothing here anymore. All right. I cannot confidently recommend this one. Please share Discord link, or I'll share the public server. There's a public server. You can do the mentees. So I will share the public Discord link. You can follow me on the Instagram as well. Just a second. I think it did not go. Alright, guys, if you can share the public server link, kindly do that because just a second. Yes, if someone can share the public server link, that will be great. I've also entered Orient at the same time. That is good. Good. Philadex is flying. All right, let's check out Philadex. Philadex, where is Philadex? Yeah, Philadex is going up. The structure is great. All right. Global Spirit actually moved. I've discussed Global Spirits already, right? So Global Spirits actually moved. I have a little position in this, which is from this level. All right, Bata India. Bata India. There's nothing in Bata India. It's downtrending. It's breaking down. Nothing there. So Nifty, you see, perfect proxy right here. 50 EMA. So yeah. So this is a good trend continuation area. Public server link, yeah, you can just you can actually share it. I'm not sure if I'm able to or not. I'll post it in the comments. You can pick it up after the video is uploaded. Not able to trade or do swings. All right. And you can do swings actually. You can do swings easily. You can just set alerts and you just have to execute the trade. That's it. And you can on over the weekends you can make your watch list. So you can use the alert. You don't have to watch your trades every day. Use the alerts. Use the hourly EMA. You can do swings easily. I wouldn't suggest just investing and forgetting for 6 months because that is a type of a swing trade. Devyani International, all right. Yeah, again, the area of demand is these areas, nothing here. It might go up, but I will never take this trade. I have no more. It's not even showing up. Maybe Avonmore. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Avonmore Capital. Yeah, you entered at 44. Oh, yeah, you should exit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exit this. It's looking weak now. It's not going up with the market. See, so exit this. Now that is a good one. Nice trade. All right. Let's check out Lovable. What is this? Lovable. All right. So, yeah, the area of demand here is somewhere here. All right. It's a bit extended now. It will form a base and then maybe go up. So you can wait for that. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that is it for today. Hopefully you learned something, which is the goal of the live. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. All right. So yeah, my Discord link is actually it's a private server. You'll have to take the mentorship for this. So you can join the public server where other people trade, and my some of my past mentees are there as well. All right. So yeah, I'll leave now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Link I'll post it. I'll post it on the chat. Just a second. I'll post it in the. It's actually hidden from me. I'll have to. I mean, I do not manage the server, so I'll have to get it and then I'll send it. All right. So yeah, that is it for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll leave now.